Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Heidi. Thanks so much for being here once again. My dog keeps getting up and walking, so if you hear his little paws, that's what it is. It's just hope he doesn't see a squirrel or a deer out there. And that's him with the bells. So on Instagram, I basically asked, what would you like me to answer on YouTube? And I got some really great questions. So I'm excited to get through them. And that way you guys can also get to know me a little bit. So let's get started. The first question is, do I like sales? Well, who doesn't like a sale, right? Do I like running sales? Yes. Do I run them that often? No. So I'm a seller on the Poshmark app, and although I do run sales, they're not often. I do enjoy running them. It does clear a lot of inventory. It does obviously hurt my profit margins, but overall, I don't think there's anything wrong with a sale. The only thing that I would say is to not run them too often. You still want to keep the value of your items. And then if you run them too much, then there's no urgency for your buyer to want to buy something when you do run a sale, because they'll know you'll always have more. So for that reason alone, I don't try to run them too often. But yes, I do love sales. Next question is, do you have a daily schedule that I like to follow? If so, what does it look like with kiddos? So I have two little boys. They will be 4 and 2.5 this summer. I started reselling when I was 8 months pregnant with my second. So my schedule, so to speak, quickly became their nap time. Their nap time was when I got things done. At night was when I did a little bit of sharing, and I always try to ship my items out while they are sleeping at night or right before they wake up in the morning. The days are always changing. Kids are so unpredictable, so I don't like to keep myself on a strict or kind of on a schedule at all, because it just makes me feel like I've let myself down. It makes me feel disappointed if I haven't met the goals or the schedule that I've set for myself for the day. Yes, I do have a kind of like an idea of what my day looks like in the morning, but right before I get my boys, I share my closet or try to get a few things done. And if I don't, then we just spend the whole day together during their nap time. That's my go time. That is when I get my shipping done, when I share my closet, when I take pictures. I mean, if anything work related is done during that window. If for whatever reason I can't do any of that during that window, then I don't do it until after they go to bed. For me, it has been the easiest to work when I don't have interruptions, and I know the older my kids get, the harder it's going to be because they won't be napping anymore. Right now, my almost 4-year-old has quiet time while my 2-year-old naps. So it still gives me a little bit of time to get things done, like this video right now. But soon I will lose that. So I'm gonna have to find other ways to get work done. So that's a really long answer for that question, but no, I don't have a schedule that I like to follow with the kids, because kids are unpredictable, and I don't want to set myself up for failure if for whatever reason I can't meet whatever schedule I have set. I just kind of go with the flow and try to get as much done when I have a little bit of downtime. Next question is, how do you keep track of your numbers? Sales, cost of goods, all that good stuff. So I have the self-employment with QuickBooks, and I also have a spreadsheet that I've been using for like a couple of years. I bought it a while ago. So it's reselling for a profit. You can find it on Etsy. I don't know if the price is the same, but it's an awesome spreadsheet where you can actually go ahead and download all of your sales reports. You can put a specific date on Poshmark to download your sales report and copy and paste it right into this spreadsheet, and it will calculate everything for you. And it's such a time saver. And then with QuickBooks, it's super easy because you have the app and you can take pictures of receipts and add in mileage and things like that. So I use those two things to keep track of my numbers and do all that bookkeeping fun stuff. Next question, how did you meet your hubby and how did you pick your kids' names out? So my husband and I met almost 11 years ago, and I was still kind of in this transitional place in like my college career. So I met him because I was interested in pursuing a career that he was in, and although I don't do what he does, it's fun to always think about how we met. So we met through a mutual friend on the internet. So we met up, it was a kind of like a blind date. I had never obviously seen him in person, and we had a great time. We just clicked, and I think I maybe asked him like one question about his career, and the rest was all just fun about family and travel and interests and hobbies and things like that. And we haven't stopped talking since. Like I said, I met him almost 11 years ago. So we've done and we've accomplished so much, and I'm just like so blessed to have him in my life. He's just an incredible person. And our kids, we have two little boys, like I said, Noble and Lucas. And Noble, it's actually his middle name. I don't know why we bothered with the first name, but his middle name is Noble, and Noble is a like an old family name on my husband's side. So we were tossing Noble or Abel. We actually didn't know whether he was going to be a boy or a girl. Like, we wanted to keep it a surprise. And in my mind, when he was born, I was like, okay, I'm going to call him by his first name. Like, duh, like that's his first name. And then as soon as he was born, I was like, Noble. And it's been Noble ever since. So whenever we go to the pediatrician or wherever and they call him by his first name, we're always like, who is that? It takes us a few moments to realize, oh, that's our kid. So yeah, and Lucas, believe it or not, Lucas was also on like our little idea board of names for Noble, and we just really liked Lucas. We always have. It's a nice name, and my husband is a huge Star Wars fan, so I always would tease him, oh, if we ever have a second, like we should name him Luke or Lucas or something. And sure enough, without even really thinking about it or making the connection to Star Wars, when we came up with the name, it was just Lucas. And we don't call him Luke, he goes by Lucas. So yeah, that's how we came up with our kid's name. And one is an old family name, and the other one just because we liked it, and kind of secretly-ish because of Star Wars, but don't tell them that. Another question I got is, how are you sourcing during this crazy time? So right now, no, I am not sourcing a lot, like very, very little, because I'm working on clearing things out in my closet. I want to relist some stuff. I want to clear out my personal closet, or clean out my personal closet to list on Poshmark. I kind of want to take this time to refresh everything, and I don't want to spend money on items when I don't have a lot coming in. My sales have significantly dropped. Yes, I am making sales. It's not what it used to be, and it's not what it used to be for anybody. So I'm being very cautious with where my money goes. I think I've purchased maybe 3 things online to resell, and they haven't arrived yet. So yeah, I am not really looking to source a whole lot. I do have a little bit of inventory left. I've been rationing my inventory to list. So I have like a fresh closet every day. So yeah, not really trying to source a lot. And the last question I'll cover, because I don't want to make this video too long, I'll probably do like a part 2 later, is why did I start reselling? And this is like a really long answer, so I'm trying to cut it down. When we decided that I was going to be a stay-at-home mom and I was going to be resigning my full-time job as a teacher, that we were only counting on one income, which was my husband's, and we knew that. So I wasn't seeking a stream of income. I wasn't seeking like a hobby or whatever you want to call it. Like I just stumbled on it on Instagram and it caught my interest. So I downloaded the app, not realizing that I had downloaded it back in 2013. And I just started to like list things around my house, or around like things I pulled from my personal closet that like I couldn't fit into anymore. Mostly like career wear. And after like a few sales, I was kind of hooked. And there's like a picture of me on Instagram, and if I find it, I'll try to post it, where I am so pregnant. I was almost 9 months pregnant, and you can see me with my 2 bags from the Salvation Army. And I just can't believe that I was that I was like that into it so quickly. So it grew so fast because I love shopping, finding good deals, and when I realized that it was something that could help my family financially, I was hooked. Like it became something so passionate for me. Because I have always been working. I am a workaholic. I give 110% in anything that I do, and I pride myself on my work. So I felt guilty that my husband was going to be taking over all of the bills, and I had never been used to somebody else paying for anything for me. You know, like at 16, I worked 2 jobs to pay for my own car. Like I've always been paying for myself. I've worked for it and I've paid for it myself. So it became really uncomfortable really quick, even though yes, his money's my money is his money. That's kind of how our household runs. I became very uncomfortable with it. So the fact that I was bringing in money, even though it was just a little bit in the beginning, I was like, it just lit a fire under me, and I wanted to grow. I wanted more. I wanted to keep listening. I wanted to keep working. So when my boys were here, or my second boy was here, I started working during their nap time, and it became like my thing. Like anytime they went down for their nap, that was like my go time, and I so enjoy it, and I still enjoy it to this day fully. And so when I started, it became just this like thing I stumbled on that I kind of enjoyed, and then it slowly like just grew, like snowballed into where I am now, where I am very, very happy and just as passionate as I was before, because it has helped my family tremendously. My first year reselling, I paid off my car, and that was a huge accomplishment. Keep in mind, like I'm at home raising 2 little boys, and to be able to do that, I felt very proud that I was able to help my family that way and slowly chip away at debt. My second year in reselling, I paid off my student loan for my master's degree. And again, like those are big deals, big check mark things that I could check off my list. And right now, my husband and I only have our mortgage that, we are paying. So that was a really long answer to that question. But that's kind of where it started. Thing that I stumbled on, and it grew into a passion. It grew into my business. It grew into something I still love and enjoy doing. So yeah, that's how I started reselling and why I started reselling. All right, I am going to stop there. This video is way longer than any video I've done, and I don't want to bore you too much. So I will do another video and cover the other questions at a later time. But for now, I am going to leave you with a big thank you, because like always, you guys, I really appreciate your support. I appreciate your time. I value your time. So thank you so much. Now you know a little bit more about me. You know my kids, you know their names, and you know why I started reselling. So yeah, more to come on the next video. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys so soon. Bye.